And there you have it, friends and fans. Turn 14 comes to an end here in Wargame Red Dragon, the Second Korean War. Good to have you back. I'm Raptor again. Thank you for joining us for Wargame Red Dragon, the Second Korean War campaign here. Things are really starting to wrap up nicely, no pun intended, but Pyongyang is about to be surrounded here. We'll probably have another battle here at Sanchan to rid the sector of Chinese forces, but again, the Chinese will probably push into Taechon and Jancheon in order to either reinforce, relieve, or possibly recapture Pyongyang if we were to get to it first. We have the Kuznetsov over here ready to roll. The enemy forces still not moving in on us and or trying to flank us at Naval Sector Hotel, so our reinforcements there seem to be safe. Meanwhile, we do have the first of our Royal Australian regiments arriving. We actually should assign them to this area now, and we'll go ahead and do that, and they can go ahead and park there. Once they're parked there, that means that the next turn we can either force them into Pyongyang or even assist at Kilju if needed. We do have some nasty enemy forces coming to us now, or rather running away from us, but we'll still have to fight them again sometime in the future, and there looks like there's some backup looming here at Vladivostok. Again, don't forget to follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/RapPack, and we'll get right into it then. We're going to end this turn, and no vehicles needed to be refitted or rested, at least with 3 points. There's really not much we could have done anyway for R&R, but it looks like we finally have our first battle here at Taechon with the forces that we added, including the nice 501st Tank Battalion that comes with the mighty Leclerc. 120mm cannon, 70% accuracy, a very, very good killer for ambush tactics, and with tanks such as the Z85-2 coming at us with 25 nearly 25 of those and over 30 ZTZ-59s. They may not be as they may not be as expensive as our tanks, but they sure as hell can do a lot of damage, so you must ambush them on the roads. All right, I think what we will do is hold in a defensive position at Ongjing. And what we will do is, since we can attack from Sanchan, we're going to go ahead and fight back the attack here and continue bringing in the reinforcements. Unfortunately, the Germans took a little bit of a more than a beating than I would have liked to have seen, but that's okay. We can always R&R there before going into Pyongyang, and Chongjing is ours as well. Now, the most important thing then, and here's my final swing of the sword against the North Koreans, the Chinese, and the Soviets. Here's the ultimate plan. If the battle continues to rage at Taechon and we're able to take Pyongyang, that's the perfect blocking position to stop the enemy from stopping us from capturing Chongjing. If we are able to get reinforcements into Pyongyang, aka the Commonwealth forces, we can send them from Pyongyang right into Kilju and or Chongjing, more preferably, and finish off the forces there. It looks like some, let's see, we've got the Guards tanks coming at us, T-64BVs and T-72As, kind of scary, but Tank Destroyer Company and also the Heavy Artillery Company shouldn't be much of a problem for our forces. At least we can try to bypass them and capture that sector, and that just basically means that we can fight them on two fronts. We can pin them between two sectors, which means if we win at Kilju, they will be pushed back to Chongjing and or completely destroyed, depending on what we hold. Here at Jangchan, the enemy is going to have to push in either here at Kilju or Taechon. They cannot directly advance into Taechon to capture for 10 points. They're going to have to move around to Kaesong, and even from there, it doesn't look like they can capture from there either. So those mountains are playing a real key role. But anyway, speaking of playing key role, let's play a key role in destroying the enemy here at Jangchan. Looks like our forces are pretty well matched, actually. There's a tank battalion and an armor battalion from the South Koreans. The Chinese have a tank regiment, air defense company, multi-role squadron, and a strike squadron. Luckily, we do have an air defense company, which does come with, let's see, where's support? Ah, yes. Looks like we have a couple of Hawks ready, our Rhinos, which B-I-H-O just makes me think of R-I-H-N-O. Though I think it means like tiger or something to do with tigers. Meow. So anyway, let's get into it. Launch battle, and we will fight back the Chinese here at Taechon. And if and when all things go well on this turn, which they should, then we're going to just go ahead and pounce into Pyongyang and push the enemy back. Alright, so Jangchan here is pretty much in the middle of the map, which is a little difficult for us because there's huge opportunities for flanking here. and we're really going to need to beat the enemy back right away. We have no air support here, but we're going to need air support in order to kill the enemy. In fact, this is the perfect area to advance with armor. So we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, we've got some more affordable tanks here right away. We may as well bring those up for kind of fodder for the enemy heavy tanks. We'll go ahead and bring up a couple of those. Some Leclercs as well. We'll bring up iHawk as well, and some Rhinos. And we'll go ahead and hold in the defensive position elsewhere where there's more points. So it looks like we've got, let's see, Bravo, Taechon. You know what, Pyongyang's actually going to be the best position on the map, since it seems to be more... Well, we're going to want to put the pressure on the enemy right away. The pressure's got to be added right away. So what we want to do is we're going to first add a ton of AT to these villages. And the reason we're doing that is just to make them slow them down. And that's definitely what we need to do here. And this is a 4-point capture, so we're going to want to add our KM900s. We will want our FOB as well. We're probably going to put that over here at Pyongyang. And Alpha, we're going to work out our budget here in a second. We're going to get rid of one group of tanks, and that gives us enough points to call back something to Alpha. And I don't know if the enemy has a lot of helicopters or not, but regardless, we can bring out ourselves some Stingers, which usually end in a pretty positive way for us. Okay, so we are abandoning Bravo for now. I don't know if that's actually a good choice. We're definitely going to be playing a more defensive role this time around, and just letting the enemy... Well, we're going to actually try to punch them in the side and see what happens. I don't want any less than that, so we're pretty much good on points. We're going to have to recapture Bravo ASAP. Foxtrot and Alpha are worth the most, so they'll have to have the best defenses. And I expect the enemy to attack here and or here, so they're going to have to go through this sector in order to get to Foxtrot. Alpha then will be defended by the attack that will come from the left. So let us begin. Alright, Pyongyang will be captured here in just a second. There we are. Alright, and we've already got a plus 18 income, which helps tremendously on these battles. Hopefully the enemy doesn't have any airborne commands, and we are equal in our reinforcement, or rather our morale points. We'll get these cheap KM900s out of there, since they're just basically waiting to die. And we have to hold these areas no matter what, because we must have the extra points for our extra tanks. Alright, so it looks like the anti-air is moving ahead first. We'll put our Rhinos up here, and we'll move our tanks up right away. Are these the Leclercs? Oh, you know what? We want them in the back. And no, I didn't have time for any recon there, but we do have quick recon with us, and we will go ahead and bring that up right away. These 2 recon tanks here are fantastic. Looks like we got ourselves a recon vehicle spotted and destroyed. We'll go ahead and put the Leclerc right here to help block. And M48s can come up into a blocking position as well. Looks like we've got evacing. They must have lost line of sight on that. And it looks like we've got some tanks coming down the road, so let's get ready to take those on as well. Just gonna go ahead and put ourselves in more of a defensive position. And get some more AA up then, since the enemy is going to constantly use bombers. We're gonna have to spread these out quick. MI8T is up. Q5Ds are definitely going for the Leclercs. 115 point kill. Loss on our iHawk there. Where the hell did our Rhino go? We had 2 of them. Did we lose one there? Anyway, lots of enemy reinforcements on the right side. Go ahead and trade out here with the Marines. And our tanks are coming on the right side again as well. Alright, our recon has arrived. We're not doing too bad. A couple of losses, but all to be expected, of course. ZSL 56, cheap transport in the back. Alright, Stingers are in a good fighting position. We'll have our Marines go to the south then, since they'll be somewhat protected from that enemy unit clump there. Rhinos are hidden. AMXs can move up, and our Leclercs will hide them as well. Alright, more air-to-air, or anti-air coming. Looks like the enemy chose to bring its tanks from down here. And we'll advance with that. Alright, looks like there's going to be a bombing run. Probably on our... Geez, I wonder what it could be on. Q5Ds would be nice kills. Wow, really? Insta-ack. Killing all that infantry in one bomb run like that. That's nearly unheard of. Whoa, 100-point command unit killed there. We'll get our Marines right back up in cover. Oh yes, the enemy wants to attack, but they know the Leclercs are there, so I'm sure the programming is going like crazy. Don't attack, don't attack, attack, don't attack. Alright, we've got 4 rookie transport trucks we can bring up. We're going to need a lot of supply for that village and some reinforcements. And we're also probably going to want some more AT, which we can resupply with them with no problem. Alright, let's back the Stinger off and bring up the Marines. That was a 5-point kill there, nice. Just want to keep them away from our Bong Chosu there. And they're starting to surround the area. They're also advancing here. Q511s are up, attacking the Rhinos. Remember, we have no aircraft at the moment. And them bombing the hell out of, apparently that was a kill, but it didn't happen. What the hell? Alright, recon unit destroyed on the front line. Alright, things are pretty tense here. We're pretty close in points still. Q5Ds are moving up again for another attack. Secondary group of Rhinos have been somewhat disabled and are shaken. Oh, really? A Leclerc killed. Alright, we're going to move right up into that village and take those tanks out. We're going to get the Marines on the front line and get those Bond back here. Keep them right there. Alright, the situation's getting a little more tense than I would have liked. Come on, boys, get in the damn... There we are. That's what we needed them to do from the start, but they refused. Rhino self-destructing there. Should have been in cover. Enemy able to target everything at once, it seems. And I think our command down here was killed by ZTZs. So we're getting a little overrun, but our Leclercs are arriving in the south. Q5Ds are up again. The cluster F is effective. Alright, we'll pull back to Alpha instead, rather than pushing ahead like that. And we'll get some more AA up. Enemy pushing pretty nicely here. But we should be able to hold our defensive positions a little bit more effectively than that. We're going to piss them off now by flying into the back with a bunch of units. PCG-95 is an artillery unit. No, that's an air-to-air, or an anti-air rather. Looks like there's a unit moving out here. Q5Ds are up again. Probably going for the Hawk this time. The fact that they're even attempting to destroy air-to-air units, or anti-air units, and or getting close to them is a little derpy on their part. They're just picking off tank by tank now with their bombers. Alright. There was a unit moving across back here. So let's make sure our Marines check that out. And let's set up these troops here. Put our Leclerc up in the woods, or at least close to it as possible. And now we've got 4 Leclercs against the enemy. Boom. Insta-death. Alright, well, looks like the tables will start to turn now. We did unfortunately lose Foxtrot, but the enemy probably won't capture it and or won't really... I mean, they're just going to blob up there. So we'll build for a counterattack if possible. And we'll bring the Leclercs and the Bon into it. And Huebung 90 are going to go ahead and secure the back road there. And we're going to go ahead and start resupplying. So we've kind of caught the big fish now in the net. And we're going to use those vehicles there to kind of piss them off from the rear. Alright, looks like we can draw some fire here from their tanks. Man, these Marines never have a good day. Leclercs are up on station. Nope, just go ahead and sit. Never mind. Q511s or Q5Ds are up again. Gonna try to drop insta-bombs. Tactical nukes. Hitting one group with the tac nuke. Huebong 90 are getting into cover. Hopefully that draws their attention away from the more expensive tanks. It's a better tactical asset than the infantry. True fact, bro. We gotta get these Hawks reinforced right away. Looks like Chinese forces have taken up position there. And again, Q51s. Are these the tactical nukes? No, they're just rockets. Alright. Let's go ahead and back some forces up. And it looks like the follow-through attack over here on the right side is not really coming. They did not really push forward from Foxtrot, they just pushed us out of Foxtrot. Look at all the enemy forces on that bridge. Now it's a good time for artillery. And some air-to-air units as well, or anti-air units. I will confuse that a million times, so just get used to it. Gonna have to make sure those Leclercs are reinforced. Looks like they just killed one with their tactical nuke. Keeping transports out to give them more targets to shoot at, giving the tanks more time to engage their targets. Damn, we were really losing points here for, or not points, but we really need more points for a pushback. We've got 9 minutes left. We'll push into that right objective in just a moment. This is out of ammunition. That's it. Not combat ready anymore. Alright, I'm going to try to get him to target the infantry. Chinese Air Force will be here in just a moment. Don't you worry. Cargo trucks are Oscar Grouch. Alright, a tank killed there, I think by our tanks, not actually that artillery. But it's time to move forward now with our infantry and clear out Foxtrot and possibly recap. Huebong 90 are moving up. Q5D tactical nukes are unleashed. Good. They'll call those out and they'll lose them. Enemy tanks on the right side, possibly. Q5D is going to go down. Alright, enemy forces coming up from behind us, so we're going to have to engage them. Leclercs are now elite. We're pushed back to the bridge. We will not be pushed back any further. KM9000s are ready for a surprise butt love. Hopefully they are able to get that. And we're just going to keep hitting the crossroad with artillery to hopefully lure them in. So obviously the Chinese going full bore into the battle here and bringing everything they have into the fray. We're going to fire that artillery all day just to make sure, you know, it's a come at me bro situation. If they want to engage us, go for it. I think I just may have seen enemy vehicles, but I'm not sure. Now, of course, I could use smoke, but that would just, that would not be good. We're just going to let them drive into us. Mistrals, unfortunately, were killed by the cargo trucks there. One of them got caught on this side. And let's see if we can engage these troops. Our anti-tank troops can hide here in the woods for now. Hopefully they can get out of sight. And the Air Force will be coming again shortly. Here they come on their flank attempt. Let's send the Leclercs to meet them. Meet the Leclercs, that's a new comedy. Alright, so Foxtrot was basically cleared out. And I doubt they'll come up from behind at Quezon, but our surprise attack seems to have really pissed them off. They've they've abandoned the sector. This could be a command right here, actually. Some of these units. The command could be in this cluster. But we can kill HQ 61s and get some very good kills on very cheap units. We've possibly lost 2 of our Leclercs. The 2 that were up here, they might be dead. Damn, the French really taking a hard hit here, but having to brunt the entire assault, really. And we not having any, now they're just going to keep shooting at cargo trucks and get cheap kills like that. So the clerks are really taking a beating there, unfortunately. But you see that the Chinese have a hell of a lot of stuff, and also we were able to capture FOB, so that's a huge benefit. And also noting that Foxtrot is no longer under enemy control. We can try to bring a quick command over in the last 4 minutes that we have. So the I.H.A.Q was saved at least. And we can bring up some more tanks to push them back. And hopefully attract some clusters. If we attract any sort of bomber, we can shoot it down, and that's one less thing they get the next time. Oh, look at that command infantry. Beautiful. A huge loss to the enemy. PGZ 95s. Gonna be good kills here. So our Leclercs being very skilled, but taking a lot of losses there. Obviously with those numbers, that's, you know, they were pretty evenly matched, those 2 forces. And the reason that is because, you know, those tanks are great, but those tanks can only take on 15 Chinese tanks each. And unfortunately they had just a few more tanks than we did units to engage them with. Now there could be rocket helicopters around, you know, Mi-8s and such, so we're going to try to be cautious about our approach, but one more tank kill and we're good. Luckily we didn't engage any large amounts of ATGMs. And those Leclercs, just like the Chinese or the German forces against Chinese, you know, they're quite the match for each other. Quantity and quality are both the same in this game. All right, a squad of infantry moving up. Enemy. And ZTZ 59 111s. Could get a cargo truck cap here if we get close enough. Enemy recapping John Chong. And with 29 points left and Q5D up, it's a tactical nuker. See if we can engage our Romulan cloak and or just disable the enemy by running out the killing their unit there. There we are, 45 points, exactly what we needed. Alright, so pretty good and pretty bad. A major victory, us destroying the tank regiment, both a tank regiment and an infantry regiment, taking no unit losses ourselves. The rhinos are down though, and a big loss to the Leclercs. But damn, was that that was really the kingpin in the whole defense there. So really good work there. In fact, the Leclercs pretty even on the units that they were able to kill. More expensive, but I needed to play them a little more differently, and the air force there from the enemy was pretty fierce. So let's go ahead and see what's up next. That battle over. We do have the Battle of Taechon again. Oh, it's all in our turn now. So there you go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and spend some turns then on looking at what needs to be refitted, if anything. Down here we look pretty good. Everything's just 1 or 2 points and can't be refitted due to the fact that oh, it looks like everything here doesn't need to be refitted either. But yes, due to the fact that we don't have a naval sector or airfield there at Ongjing, it can't be replaced. So here we have some losses. Ah, yes, the Avengers will need to be repumped, and the Bulldogs will have to be repumped. Yeah. All right, let's send them back into the battle. Enemy Su-20, or no, yes, Su-27 PU have not had the pleasure of blowing that out of the sky yet. It did appear, or it did not appear, but it is in their call-out sector. So both Japanese forces are here, and a lot of cargo vehicles with us as well, so we're not going to get caught out in the open. So the Leclercs there are taking a big hit, but only thing standing against us now is the 34th Tank Regiment, which will arrive and bring more tanks to the field, 125 point and 80 and 125 point tanks. So we may want to consider sending something out there to give the enemy a little bit of a kiss. We could go through Kaesong, but we're gonna have to continue to play defensively, though the enemy's morale might be a lot lower. In fact, we could send some of these Royal Australian Regiment up there to slow them down. Unfortunately, they just mostly have infantry, and that was an anti-air weapon there, anti-helicopter. It's good, but not what we need for that situation, unfortunately. But what we can do is we can get the rest of the Brits up here, or the Commonwealth forces. And we can even get ourselves the Anzac bomber as well. Maybe we need ourselves some Assam dragons. Yeah, let's get them all up in the ass. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and get our forces from Taechon, and we're definitely going to need some air assistance this time. So we're going to need both that and probably some air superiority. So let's get the Provence fighter squadron up as well to make sure that we can shoot down these bastards. And unfortunately, it's the only thing that can really reach far enough. And so here's what we're going to do. Actually, you know, we could send over Crusaders as well and have a more affordable fight. Well, actually, we need something to meet the J7H, which is a bomber, so we definitely don't want any ground forces to be destroyed. So the goal really is to eliminate as much of the enemy ground forces as we can. So once again, Sanchan and Taechon are free. We can then start focusing on Pyongyang. It looks like this is going to be the extent of the enemy's forces for now, and I think this force just fled and doesn't really have much left. Oh, they do. They have quite a bit left, but it will be some time until we see them again. But it won't be long until I see you again. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Keep your passwords and pimp hands strong. I'll see you. Bye.